Welcome to a deep dive into something that probably affected quite a few of you listening, the big Verizon outage on August 30th, 2025. Our mission today is really to unpack that official line, the software issue, and see what it actually tells us about, how connected everything is now.
Exactly. And it's interesting because this wasn't just like a quick blip. It feels more like a symptom, doesn't it? A sign of these deeper ongoing challenges in our whole telecommunications setup. We want to try and connect those dots for you, go a bit beyond just the news headlines.
Okay, so let's set the scene. Saturday, August 30th, 2025. Around noon Eastern Time, suddenly, boom, a huge spike in service problems. We're talking over 24,000 reports coming in nationally. Big cities like New York, LA, they got hit particularly hard. You likely saw that SOS mode on your phone screen, or maybe just no service. Pretty unsettling.
Yeah, and that SOS mode is actually a really important point here. While it's definitely alarming to see, it does mean your phone could still try to make emergency calls. It basically hunts for any available network, not just Verizon's, which is a key difference, compared to that other Verizon incident earlier in August 3rd, I think it was.
In Florida.
That's the one, Santa Rosa County. Back then, 9/11 services were totally down in that area. This time, the August 30th one, it was wider, but had that emergency fallback at least.
Gotcha. So Verizon's official reason was just software issue. Sounds simple.
Deceptively simple, maybe?
Right, because they never really elaborated, did they? No specifics on what kind of software, what went wrong. And then their first public comment on X, that wasn't until around 9 p.m. Eastern. I mean, hours after it all started. People were understandably frustrated.
Well, yeah, and that kind of vagueness combined with other factors, it does make you wonder. When you look at the industry analysis, it points less towards a single simple bug and more towards the sheer complexity of what Verizon's doing right now.
You mean the 5G rollout?
Exactly. Rolling out 5G, which is massive, while also shutting down the old 3G network at the same time. It's like trying to rebuild a highway while traffic is still running, and also tearing down the old road underneath. So a software issue in that kind of massively complex interconnected system, it can easily trigger a cascade. Like one core component fails and it takes others down with it.
Okay, so let's talk impact. Beyond just making calls or sending text, what did this mean for you, for the listener?
Well, it really messed with essential services. Imagine, losing your GPS when you're driving somewhere new.
Or getting locked out of work systems.
Right.
Or your bank account even, because that two-factor text just doesn't arrive.
Yeah. Exactly. And businesses felt it too, right? Delayed deliveries, people having to cancel appointments, real operational headaches.
And this isn't happening in a vacuum. If you zoom out, this August outage, it was actually Verizon's third big disruption just in 2025. And there were significant ones in 2024 too. This pattern of, unreliability, it has real consequences.
Like losing customers. Definitely. Verizon lost, I think the number was 356,000 consumer phone subscribers in the first quarter of 2025 alone. And the FCC is watching closely. They fined Verizon over $1 million for a 9/11 outage back in 2022. So the pressure's on.
And competitors must see an opportunity there.
Oh, absolutely. AT&T, T-Mobile, reliability is a huge selling point.
Yeah.
This kind of thing definitely opens doors for them.
So wrapping this up, what are the practical things you can do, whether you're just a regular user or you run a business? It really seems like the big takeaway is needing a backup plan, doesn't it?
It really does. For businesses, that might mean having, say, internet service from 2 different providers, maybe moving critical stuff to the cloud, which can be more resilient.
And for individuals,
enable Wi-Fi calling on your phone. That's a basic step. But maybe even consider getting a cheap prepaid phone on a different carrier network, just for emergencies.
like a burner phone almost.
Sort of, yeah. A simple lifeline if your main service goes down. It forces us to ask a bigger question, though.
Which is,
in this world where we're so incredibly connected, relying on these networks for everything, how much risk are we okay with from a single point of failure? What steps do we need to take, both personally and as a society, to build more resilience into these essential services?
Definitely something to think about. How much redundancy do we really need in our digital lives?
Yeah.
Something to mull over until our next deep dive. Stay connected, everyone, and maybe think about that backup plan.